Hi everyone, good afternoon. Can everyone hear me? Okay, good afternoon everyone. Just checking in. Can everyone hear me? If you can hear me, please use the chat box. I just want to be sure that you can hear me. If you can hear me, please use the chat box. I just want to be sure that you can hear me. Good afternoon everyone. All right. So I would like to seek your indulgence that we give people more time to be able to join. So we'll start in 5 minutes. I believe that people should join in at that time. So we'll start in 5 minutes. Um, yeah, so welcome on board, everyone. I see that we're already doing some introductions in the chat box, and that's great. Welcome on board. Welcome, 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 welcome. Like I said, we'll be starting in a bit. Keep joining, keep joining. All right.
can I go to now? I think this is here. I think she's there. Huh? Okay. Yeah, Anna. Mariam. Mariam. Mariam.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We're starting. We're starting very soon. I believe that everybody can hear me. We wanted more people to join. We're expecting 1,000+ people, and so far, I think, we've not had up to the total number that we want, but we're going to start anyways. We're going to start. I just wanted everybody to be able to, what's the word? Wanted to give room for more people to join in, so that we can have a very awesome conversation. So yeah, well done everyone. Thank you for joining the call. I'm not alone today. I have my colleagues. I have Joy and I also have Adiola. They'll be helping with some of the concerns you have raised. We'll be answering some of your questions. So once again, I just want to verify, can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, please use the chat box. I just want to be sure. If you can hear me, please use the chat box. I just want to be sure that everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, if you can hear me, please use the chat box. I want to be sure that everybody can hear me. Can everybody hear me? Okay, so if you can hear me, we will go right into it. I can already see that some of you are laying complaints. So because my colleague Adiola needs to go back to what she's doing, we would allow Adiola take a session first and then we'll go into the other details. So yeah, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. Congratulations on coming this far. I believe that some of you have gotten feedback that some people say, oh, the process has been very tedious, blah, 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 blah. Well, we're here because we want to be able to provide answers. Excuse me. So yeah, I would hand over to Adiola. Adiola Ibrahim. She doesn't work with Tech for Dev, but Adiola is an amazing person. Adiola works with our sister company, Prune Edge, as well, let her introduce herself so that I don't murder her position. Adiola, thank you so much for joining us. If you don't mind, I don't know, I think you can. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is what we're going to be doing. As much as I want to take your questions, I believe that your questions are centered around MOU, some questions are centered around email, and the fact that you're not able to log in, and then some people's question is centered around how they're able to upload the request, that's the request. And then finally, some people's question is around the referee. We're going to take all of it. So Adiola, hi, can you hear me?
Hi, Blessing. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear and I can see your beautiful self. I don't know, would you want to turn on your video? Is it fine with you?
No.
Okay, so Adiola is asking us our permission. She's unable to turn on her video at the moment. So Adiola, how are you doing today? You're good, right?
Yes, I am. I'm fine.
Okay. So we believe right now that you are the Messiah that the fellows have been waiting for. So I'll just ask you a couple of questions and then you will be able to answer them. And I believe that your response should be able to profess solutions to the questions in your mind. So yeah, some people have questions around not being able to access the email that was created for them. I mean, what would you say was the cause of it? Adela.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and I'm happy to be here. I would say majorly the password, probably in the course of signing in, there was an error in imputing the password. So this could be one of the reasons, or the email address was not correctly imputed too. Can also be another reason for not being able to access your account. So the default password used was capital P, then at S, small letter S, S, W, then the other one is zero, number zero, not letter. So then RD, password. So I don't know if that was noted, like in the course of imputing your passwords. So, Lesson, can you hear me? Are you there?
Adiola, go ahead. I can hear you.
Adela, yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
So the imputing the password wrongly, I feel like it's like the major reason why most persons could not access their accounts. So
Okay, so I can see somebody say that the error message that she got was that the email does not exist. I don't know what do you think would have been that?
email does not exist. Okay. Okay. Is it possible for them to like send those persons that got the error, if they can send it to the support email address we created? So from there it will be easier to track and then revert back. Yes.
Okay, so they would so that you just see, so you use their name, right, to be able to fix it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is one of
the
the to troubleshoot it, right? Okay, so
yes.
I'm thinking maybe we would create a form for everybody once again, and then for people who have experienced issues, we'll just tell them to indicate their
Fill
name.
the form. Yes, I think it's
so
better.
that you
So
can
it's
just have
easier.
that at the back end to be able to work with that. So I believe that that should be able to do it. So another thing, I feel like some errors that people made is that you are not supposed to use your, like, the email you're supposed to use is the email that was created for you. I believe that some people probably use their
their
Gmail
personal
account,
email.
and then some people also put their password. You are supposed to first of all use the default password before you then change the password. Yeah, so that's the problem. Yeah. So so I can see that Deborah Idago, thank you so much for the feedback. I can see Deborah is also giving people feedback. Some people are trying to log in on Gmail. They are supposed to log in on Outlook and not Gmail. That's why if you notice the email that Joy sent out, Joy mentioned that you have to first of all download the Outlook, and then she shared the link on where to download the Outlook. You cannot, it's not a Gmail account. It is an Outlook account. It's not a Gmail account. Once again, I'm saying it. It is not a Gmail account. It's an Outlook account. So what I would also say is that like I said, we'll send out a form just immediately after this call. If you are experiencing challenges, please just put your details on it, and then the support team would fix that for you. Yeah, so I think that that's basically what all that concerns the form. Adiola, thank you so much. I don't want to keep you more than this. Thank you so much for. You have another feedback. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so my feedback is on the form that will be created. So maybe the options should be their name and then the email address that was created for them.
For them.
So
that's fine.
Easier
to track, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Okay,
think
that's fine. That works very well. All right, that's fine.
All right.
Thank you so much, Adiola, for the support. We do not take this for granted. Thank you so much. Thank you, Adiola. Thank you, Adiola. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Adiola. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, Adiola. Okay, so we have one down and we will sort out the other things. Adiola, immediately after this call, we will share a form, I think I believe that my colleague Joy is already working on that form. Just a form that will be able to help us get your info. If you did not experience any challenge, please don't fill the form, even though we have to send the form to everybody because we are not able to really understand who is having experiencing the challenge or not. So if you are not experiencing any challenge at all, you can ignore when you get the mail stating that you should fill the details. Please, once again, I'm saying it's not for everybody to fill. It's only for people who are having issues. And if you've not tried logging in using Outlook, maybe you've been trying to use your Gmail or Yahoo Mail, you probably will be getting this wrong feedback. So please ensure that you have Outlook downloaded first of all before you attempt any of these things. Okay, thank you, Okuta. Olivia is also saying that you should use an Outlook application to sign in. This is very, very important. You cannot be fitting a square key into a triangle or it doesn't work that way. So I believe that this should be this should have solved that. So I'll go over to Joy. Joy will be speaking about the MOU and the concerns that you have faced. So Joy, over to you.
Hello, good afternoon, Blessing. I hope you can see and hear me clearly.
Yes, Joy, please go ahead.
Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen right now. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining this meeting. We hope to be able to answer all questions and resolve all issues that are pending so that we can move over to the next phase of the onboarding. So I'll be going over the MOU, but before I do so, I just want to retrace some points in the email, the first email that we sent. I think that would be helpful to answer some of the questions that you've been having. So the first one, let me see, 4 steps that we asked you to take. There are actually 4 steps that we asked you to take. And the first step was to download the Outlook and Teams app, right? And we gave you the link to download the Microsoft Outlook app for your device. And then you download the Teams app. Second step is to log into your Women Techsters email. To log into the Women Techsters email, you have to use the Outlook platform that you downloaded, right? And I am grateful for Adiola, who has explained how to go about it. The password is 0. Even the email says that hint, the password is spelled with the number 0, not the letter O. So in case maybe you have issues with logging in, I advise that you just copy the email the way it is and paste it on your Outlook mail while you're trying to log in. Then step 3 was for you to download and sign the MOU. But because a number of you were not able to access the MOU, we decided to send it as an attachment file. And that means that you should no longer click on the link to download the MOU because we're taking it down from that link, right? Because we still receive a number of emails from some of you that are still looking for how to access the MOU document. It's no longer available online. You have to download the attached file that has been sent to you. So right now, I would you have to do all that. I'll go through the MOU, but first of all, you have to ensure that you go through step 1, step 2, step 3 before you fill the biodata form. If you try filling the biodata form with your Gmail account, it's not going to go through. It will tell you that, oh, this, you get an error message. I've gotten a lot of emails that people saying that, oh, they're not able to fill the biodata form. They say the form is not available, they can access the form because you're using a different mail. And also, if you go to microsoftoutlook.com to create an email with womentexters.org, that is not the same thing. Like if you're creating an email with the with womentexters.org, rather than logging into an existing email that was created for you, you wouldn't also be able to access the biodata form. So as opposed to creating an email, for instance, joy.omoro@womentexters.org, we're asking you to log into the email that's been created for you using the username and password provided. When you log in, you are to change your email, right? You have to change your email. So please follow these right steps. If you do, you won't have that issue. And as Blessing has said, we'll provide a form that you would fill at the end of this meeting. We'll send it to you with the recap of the meeting that would help us understand the challenge you are facing. And we'll also extend the deadline to fill the biodata form. But please note that the earlier you fill the data form, the better for us to move over to the next phase. We don't want to experience more delay in this process. So I'm just going to go over the MOU right now. I'm already sharing my screen. And I believe you can see my screen. So the Memorandum of Understanding between the Incorporated Trustee of Technology for Social Change and Development Initiative, and your name would be on top of the dash created, that placeholder. You put your name and the name of your referee would follow after. Okay, so that's the first page. I believe that is understandable. For the second page, this agreement between the Incorporated Trustee of Technology for Social Change and Development and Incorporated Trustee registered under the laws of the federal, whose head office is at 7 Omo Street, Ogudujare, Lagos. Hereinafter referred to as Tech4Dev, which expression shall, where the context would admit, include its agents, assigns, and successors in title of the first part, and your name of your address. I repeat again, your name of, after of, you put your address. Herein referred to as a women Techsters fellow, which expression shall, where the context to admit, include its agents, assigns, and successors in title of the second part. Moving on, and the name of the referee. If you can see in bracket, it says hereinafter referred to as a referee of the address of your referee. So if you notice from the beginning, you saw that between the Incorporated Trustees of Technology for Social Change and Development, I see after the whole English, following that is our address, 7 Omo Street, Ogudujare, Lagos. So as you're filling this, you are supposed to put in your name and your address and your referee's name and his or her address. I hope that part is understood now. Okay, so the other part that I require you to fill, I think, is towards the last page. I'm going there right now. So at the end of the document, it gives room for the trustees to sign. So you see, in witness thereof, this agreement is usually executed by the parties or their duly authorized representatives as set forth below. The Incorporated Trustees of Technology for Social Change and Development. So here will be filled in by members of the organization, the name, the signature, designation, and date. Just like the email we sent to you stated that you've been needing, I'll just go back to that email and just read a part of it, right? Note that MOU is to be signed by you, your witness, your referee, and his or her witness. So there are 4 parties to sign this MOU, actually 6 parties. 2 from Technology for Social Change and Development will sign. So the signee will sign here, and the witness for Tech4Dev signee will sign in the second, in the presence of, with the second place provided for the organization. Then for you as the fellow, right? The Women Techsters fellow, your name would go here, your address will go here, your occupation will go here, you sign. In the presence of your own witness. This is not your referee. This is just someone that is witnessing you while they are signing the document, right? So the name of the person, address, occupation, and the signature of your witness. Then your referee would, the name of your referee would go here, address, occupation, signature. In the presence of name, address, occupation, signature. You understand? I hope that's properly understood. So please inform your referee to get a witness to sign alongside them. This is because when an agreement is going into notarization, it's required that the signee would have a witness beside him or her to sign the agreement, right? According to the law, you're not supposed to sign an agreement alone, right? You're signing a memorandum of understanding, you should need a witness to sign, you know. So that is that. Submission of this should not be sent via mail. Please do not send your MOU via mail. We received a number of people sending, like emails from people sending it to us, to our mail. There was no instruction for you to send that via mail. Rather, the email stated as follows, that you should get your MOU ready and ensure to get the folder available to be uploaded before filling the form. The signed copy of your MOU in PDF format, not in pictures, in PDF format, and a clear headshot in JPEG, right? Get your headshots. Please do not send us selfies. Do not send us selfies. Ensure that it is clear. By selfie, I mean, do not send pictures that you take with your own phone, right? Or you take from a corner, you pout and all that. Ensure that someone is snapping you and you are well dressed. You're well dressed, you are prepared in front of the camera and you are taking a picture. So that those are the two things you need while submitting your biodata form. And I was speaking about submitting the MOU. You do not necessarily have to print out your MOU and go and make a copy, sign, except maybe if your referee is, even if your referee is not in the same state with you, you can mail a copy of the MOU to your referee to sign for you. Remember that the affirmation form we gave to you has the name, the space where you put the email address for your referee. And we told you that I'll be contacting your referee to ensure that that person is aware that, you know, he or she is being referral to you for this program. So please ensure that you send an e-copy. You can send, I was talking about sending an e-copy to your referee, because we've gotten emails saying that, can I change my referee? My referee is not in the same town as I am, or my referee is my parent and I'm in school. It does not matter. Send an email copy of the MOU to your referee. Ensure that it's the same copy that you have signed, and let your referee feel and have the witness feel. There are e-signatures, right? You can use your Adobe Acrobat. There are other softwares you can use online to sign documents, right? To sign the document and send it to us. So you can use e-copies of your signatures and your referee signature. You mustn't print out, but if your referee wants to print out, ensure it's the same copy that is scanned back to you that you submit. Okay, you don't want a situation whereby you say that, oh, I'm changing my referee in between. We disallow that. So ensure that the referee is aware and has signed the MOU before you submit. Okay, so let me see if there are any questions. Okay, I can see questions still saying that, can I change my referee? Since the one I have is not available, that you can't change your referee. Like I said, I don't understand what you mean by she's not available. You can share a copy with her or him to, you know, sign an e-copy for you and then send it back to you via mail before you submit. Okay. So someone says that for those that needs to fill some spaces in the MOU and have already submitted, what should we do? I think what you should do is to re-upload another copy, like do another submission, submit your biodata form again. Don't worry, filter and take out duplicate copies. But when you're filling the biodata form, please indicate that this is the updated MOU or something, right? Okay. Please, I filled my own Adobe. Hope that is acceptable. Yes, it's acceptable to do that. It saves time and saves a lot of things. Okay, I'm just trying to filter questions that has to do with the MOU. I wanted some variations to be made. I sent a mail and I didn't receive a feedback if that was possible or not. I don't understand what you mean by variations we made to an MOU. I don't understand. Someone says, can they use initials to sign? Agnes Lupenga, they cannot use initials to sign. We need to ensure that, I don't know, except that's how their signature is. But it's rather best that they sign their signature themselves, you know, because it's somehow, if I send a document and my initials are there as my signature, right? How do I confirm that this is the person that signed this MOU for you? Okay, so that being said, I feel that everything, the questions I'm seeing here, someone says, how do we sign the MOU if we cannot print and send the scanned I didn't say you cannot print and send a scanned copy. You can, that's an option. But I'm saying that because we are women in tech, you can use tech tools, right, to sign. You can go online and Google what tools, how can I sign an e-copy of my signature? There are several options available online, right? We're not limiting you to using Adobe. There are several other options. I don't want to mention so that I don't limit you. We want you to start thinking as women in tech and start thinking about how to do things without guidance. Try to figure things out yourself. If you want to print, fine, that's okay, that's an option. If you don't want to print, fine. But I'm just saying to save time, and if your referee is not in the same town with you, you can mail a copy for them to give you an e-copy of the signature, right? And then send it back to you. Okay, let me see if there are any more questions before I hand over to Blessing. Someone says, kindly explain some of the legal part of the document. I believe when you get a contract, a memorandum of understanding, you don't understand it, please refer to your lawyer. Get someone, a friend that is a lawyer, to explain the contract to you very well, so that you understand. Let me see. My referee is not responding. Please, can I change? Please, I hope you informed your referee before using them as a referee. It's very, very important that you inform someone, whoever your referee is, someone that you can be able to talk to, right? And is aware and supports your quest to become a woman in tech, your career journey, you know. So I believe that if that person has a very good understanding of the program, and you show that you know what you're doing, a serious person, that person wants to support your journey. Do we get a deadline extension for submission? Yes, you would. We would have to extend the deadline for submission. I hope the course will not be too hectic that we'll be forced to stop. I don't understand this question. If you want this, except you want to stop yourself. Nobody is stopping you from completing the program. It depends on you.
Joy,
Someone
I
says,
think
is
there's
it
something
possible
on page
to have,
8.
okay, is it possible to have a witness for both the fellow and the referee? If the same person is there while you're signing the signature, why not? You can have one witness. Okay, Blessing, so I should go to page 8. Okay, what's that, Blessing?
So you didn't
Can I
mention
just
that they also have to fill a part in the 8.6.1.
8.6.
They have to provide their email address. Yeah, I said.
Okay. Okay, I'll just read this clause. Any notice or other communication given to a party under or in connection with this agreement shall be in writing and shall be sent by email to the address specified below. So after the tech for the email, your email and your referee email, their emails, right? If you see the first example is an email address, the following one should be your email and then your referee email. If the response is, if the response is received within 2 days, if you have an alternate email, please provide it here. If your referee has an alternative email, provide it here. That's what this entails. I hope that's clear now. Okay, so Blessing, I'll hand it over to you right now, and I'll just be on standby in case there are more questions that I should address. Thank you.
All right, Joy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joy. So, Joy is still on standby, so she's going to provide some answers as well. I wanted to say this very quickly. I just saw that somebody said she didn't receive an email. Yes, there are a couple of people that didn't get an email, and the reason is that I really want to be the nice person here. I want to be very nice, and I'm very truthful here. But a couple of people are becoming, how will I say it? I don't know. You are giving me, like as an individual, plenty wahala, plenty problem. Like, how do you use email A to register for the program, and in the middle of the program, you're using email B or email C? Like, how do you do that? You are using maybe Simon O, and probably that was what you used to register, and you got to the point where you were selected, and you're using a completely different email. There's no how you'll be able to get what's the word, if the system does not recognize your email, there's no how we'll send you an email. Because how about if we allow other people to come on the program? Do you understand? So there's no how you'll be able to get feedback about it. I really needed to put this out there. Please, for everybody that uses a different email going forward, we would communicate with you that you have been what's the word, you have been removed from the program, and that's the honest truth. Please, if you are using an email address, use it. For this particular MOU that you are signing, use your original email address, not the one that Tech for Dev gave you. Use your normal email address, not at Tech for Dev. Don't use that one for your MOU. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Please, for now, if you have something that you have to fill, for now, use your normal email address to fill it, not at Tech for Dev. When we want you to start using at Tech for Dev, we'll let you know. But please, all those people that you are switching emails, why are you doing that? Why? So please, let's be very clear about that, please. I just thought I should mention it there, because it's also not nice that you keep going back to say, oh, you didn't get an email. But whereas one of the things I think we should mention here is that when you have to do anything, please be patient about it. It's very, very important. Please be patient about it. Some of you are filling your email address and you are not patient. You are leaving space where there is no need for space. In fact, some people, you're supposed to fill your email address and you're putting your house address. There is no how we'll be able to send you feedback, because it's your house address that is there. We've not requested for your house address, so why are you putting your house address on it? Do you understand? So please, it's very, 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 very important. Please don't do that. It's not nice. I think I mentioned this, and yes, some people are still asking questions. At the moment, if we ask for your email address, use your normal email address. Don't use the one Tech for Them gave you. Use your normal email address for your MOU. I'll say it again. Use your normal email for the MOU. Don't use house address. Like, how do I ask you for email address and you're giving me house address? House address. It's not nice, please. I think that Joy has answered some of the questions. Somebody said she was trying to upload and she's not uploading. I think I should mention it. The place where we asked you to upload your MOU, you are supposed to upload it in PDF. The form will not accept any other thing other than PDF. So please don't try to convert it to any other thing. It has to be in PDF. The part where we requested for your headshots, the link will not take any other thing aside from maybe JPEG or PNG. Please don't try to upload any other thing, otherwise you won't be able to submit it. I will say it again. The place where you are supposed to upload your MOU, and that's on that biodata form, please ensure that you have converted your MOU back to PDF before uploading. The place where we ask you to upload your headshots, please ensure that you've converted it to PNG or JPEG before uploading. We will not carry on with people who send in incomplete profile. This is what I mean. Some of you are supposed to upload pictures. You are not uploading your pictures. You are uploading them. How will I say it? You upload MOU, but you don't upload your pictures. Both of them are very important. We would automatically yank off anybody. So please, I'm taking my time to explain this, because those are major challenges why you're unable to major challenges why you're unable to submit the form. Okay, sorry, I just need to put my phone on silent. Yeah. Somebody has asked a question if it's Microsoft 365. Yes, that's what it is. Microsoft 365. Microsoft 365. That's what it is. Microsoft 365. So please go and download it and do it. Somebody's asking if you already signed your document and you probably made an error, and person asking without VDN. I think Joy already mentioned that you should download it again and do it again. We would sort to ensure that we remove duplicate. Somebody else is saying Somebody else is saying that referee thinks that the program is a scam. Well, I can't, as much as I want to, one of the things, if you've come this far, and I'm sure that you've checked Tech for Dev's reputation, you understand that Tech for Dev, we didn't start today. This is our 7th year. Yeah, this is our 7th year, and that we'll be making impacts. The program did not ask you to pay a dime. The program, I mean, when you were applying for the program, we didn't ask you to pay. When you joined the program, we didn't ask you to pay. Now that you are starting the program, we also did not ask you to pay. What we are asking you for is if you default on the program, is what you'll be paying for. So I completely do not understand. If we wanted you to pay, you would have paid from the very beginning. I'm sure that some of you have accepted, you have attempted certain programs on maybe on Coursera, on Udemy, on Google, or whatever, and you've seen the cost of it before now. If we wanted you to pay on the program, we would have asked you to pay from the very beginning, even up until you got into this far, up until you got into this point. But we are not asking you to pay. The program is tuition free. Somebody is, I mean, the cost of the tuition is covered by somebody. We are only saying that if you do not keep to the end of your bargain of staying through on the program, then you have to make a refund. If you already made up your mind to start the program and complete the program, I don't see why you should be bothered about making a refund. Like, I don't see why you should be bothered about paying. We're not asking you to pay. If you start the program, you graduate on the program, you won't be asked to pay. The reason why, and that was one of the reasons why we had to send an affirmation form, is that we want you to be able to go back and think about it again. Is it something you really, really, really want to do? If you don't want to do, don't jump in the train. You cannot say you want to start your tech journey, you get on the program, and 1 week, because they gave you assignment, you are quitting. Why? Why are you quitting? Why? So yeah, that's one of the reasons why we are doing this. Nobody is asking you to pay. The program is free. The program will be free for, I mean, as long as Tech for Dev is in the picture. Program is tuition free. Nobody's asking you to pay. Then, but if you default, you're gonna pay. Yes, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. I have to say that again. You're gonna have to pay. So yeah, if you are committed to the training, nobody's asking you to pay. And I'm very honest. I'm saying that again. If you are going to commit to the program, nobody's asking you to pay. The program is already free. Everybody's referee is not comfortable with the fact that it's $2,500 that you have to pay. That's why you have to get a referee that really understands the effect of the program on you and can vouch for you. And that's very important. And I completely understand, because I mean, I, as an individual, I vouched for somebody before and the person defaulted and I had to pay for the person. So I completely understand when the referee says that they don't want to be responsible. You have to find ways to convince them to understand that you are going to start the program and you're going to complete it. You can tell them how you intend to be accountable. Maybe you reach out to them every week, show them your progress report, because it's also very important. A lot has gone into the program. A lot is going to go into the program. Like a lot has gone into the program. So you can't afford to get on the program. It's not one of those programs that you want to start and quit. No, the Rent Techsters Fellowship is not one of those programs. So you have to think about it again. Is this something you want to do? So for people who are asking questions that, oh, my referee, I'm just trying to check through, you know, in the case where you do not want to continue the program, you can quit now. Like, now is the best time for you to quit. Okay, so I know that some people have asked that, could there be cogent reason that will make an individual quit? Okay, so yeah, if you have health concerns, for example, like major health concerns, and you have like a report that states that, oh, you can't continue on the program, you can send an email, and the committee, maybe not the committee, but the board of trustees can revisit the issue, you know, and then they can do a waiver, you know. But other, I mean, if you have genuine, I mean, nobody plans to be sick, nobody plans to be involved in accidents, you know. But I mean, if you have very, very genuine reasons, but your reason is that you started and you don't feel like the program is too hard for you. That's why we are telling you to take your time now to think about it. And if you notice the first email that went out, we asked that some people had indicated that they were going to they would like to change their learning track, and we gave you a learning track form to fill. So I saw a question that person was saying that she doesn't know her learning track, and I'm wondering, how did you come this far? You don't know your learning track, how? Because we understand that some people have gone ahead to do like a research, and then you're like, okay, since I've gone through this program up to now, a lot of things are advanced, and I want to be able to I want to change my learning track. Just use the learning track form and state your cogent reason why you want to change your learning track. Remember that we said that there is a team that will have to verify, vet, and decide on whether your learning track is approved or not. But just fill out the form if you want to change your learning track. So on people who are saying, oh, my referee does not, I want to change my referee, I want to change my referee. I completely understand from Joy's perspective about that. There are two things that is coming to my head, but I would um, I would I would speak with the team and like the leadership team, the team and leadership team, and then we'll see if there could be consideration around it. If I use the word if there will be consideration around it, then we will let everybody know. Please look out for our email. Look out for our email after today. It's very, very important. I believe that Adeola's feedback would help resolve the complaints that you have faced around the support. One thing is very important is that if you have a device, download Teams, download Outlook, both on your laptop and your mobile phone, because those are things that you require for communication. And I hear that some people want to create a WhatsApp group. I would like to say this in public. If you create a group, it's at your own loss, or rather, it's at your own detriment, because the day we find out about the group, everybody on the group will have to face the doubts of the team. Please be patient. There are plans on creating groups for you. Please be very patient. There are plans. The program does not allow us to use WhatsApp for communication. There's already a plan for the model of communication. Just patient, exercise patience as best as possible. If you have support-related issues, please use support at Techsters. Email that was sent to you yesterday. Please don't send emails that don't go on social media. Let's not do this. We have understanding and clarity together. Like I said, on the issue of changing referee because your referee is saying that, oh, they don't, because of the clause, they can't fill it. Because of the clause, they can't stand in as a referee. I completely understand. And that's why you need to be able to prove your point. You need to be able to convince them. And if you can't convince them, find somebody else that believes you and understand that this is something you really want to do. I will speak to leadership, like I said. I will see if that could be changed or if that cannot change. Like I said, I know people are saying, like I said, you can't force anybody to sign for you. What I'm saying is, I will speak to leadership and then we'll know what can be done if there's an alternative way. I will communicate that to you via email. So somebody says that there is a part of the bio data that asks for the track of fellow. What about those that are changing? So for the people, for the bio data form, please fill the original learning track that you picked. Please don't fill the new learning track you are changing into, because the moment we close all the forms and we match, if you pick the wrong learning track that you went to go and change your learning track, you will be automatically disqualified. It's not my call, remember. I'm just doing this with all of you, Please pick the learning track that you originally applied for. There was a reason why you applied for it. You were selected because you applied for it as well. So please don't make that mistake. Pick the learning track that you filled initially. Fill the change of course learning track, and then if it's approved or not, they'll tell you what you need to do. Joy, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Blessing. I wanted to mention that just because you feel about a learning track, change of learning track form, they want to change your learning track, you're just making an appeal. It's a different application. That is still going to be subject to consideration, and then we will have to review those applications and see whether we're granting it or not. So please, like Blessing said, stick with your learning track that you had been admitted into. That means the learning track that you wrote your assessment test, the learning track that we admitted you into is what you feel. Do not change your learning track. So just for remedy, to remedy the situation we'll be downloading all the responses that we have received so far, and we will reopen the biodata form and extend it till Friday by 11 a.m. We want to ensure that everybody fills the biodata form and do the right thing. Fill your MOU accordingly and do the right thing. Use the learning track where you need to put your email address, where you need to put your Women Techsters to log into your Women Techsters account. Ensure you log into the account on the Outlook platform. Follow all these instructions and we give you the extension to make, correct your errors, right? Between now and Friday, 11 a.m. West African time, ensure that all these are put in place before you submit your biodata form. So I think that answers the question. It's not automatic. You're just applying to change your learning track, and we have not granted that request yet. We will review the applications and let you know if we accept or not. Okay. Over to you, Blessing. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Joy. Your personal finance girl, I can see your comments. Please send an email or send an email. And if you want to, you can leave your email address in the chat box. Joy will look at it and then verify for you. And I mean, she'll provide updates on that for you. So the training starts in August. I mean, I think that was mentioned when we had the first info session that the training starts in August. The training is 6 months. Training starts in August, 6 months. I remember very well that was mentioned because people asked questions around, will there be break during the festive period? And we talked about it. The training starts in August. In fact, the training starts, there's an orientation that is scheduled for Monday. I think I even mentioned that the training starts first week in August. I remember very well that it was said. The reason why we have not shared further updates is because some people have been facing some challenges around like trying to come on board, like onboarding themselves on the platform. That's one of the reasons why we're not saying that. But since we are here, I'll just basically say it. Training starts in August. Orientation is scheduled to happen from the 1st of August to, I think, Joy, when does the orientation start and end? I feel like you can provide update.
Thank you, Blessing. The orientation starts on the 1st of August and finishes on the 11th of August. You receive emails about the orientation. It's a very exciting program. You wouldn't want to miss the experience, and attending the orientation is very vital. It's key to the program, because if you do not attend orientation, you miss out from a lot of information and insights you need for the fellowship training, right? And after the orientation, your classes will begin the following week. So just get ready. You are starting your program. Orientation is actually part of the fellowship program, right? During the orientation, you'll get to, receive speeches from great women in tech. You'll be hosted to several panel sessions, getting relevant information you need, insights you need about the program, from the program, from your facilitators, from us at Tech Forever, and even from externals. Guest speakers are invited to speak with you. So ensure that we conclude with this stage by Friday by 11 a.m. so that we can send you details about the orientation, how to join the event, and what to expect during the orientation. There are also some documents that will be sent to you. Like Blessing said, we'll be creating channels for you, so you can go ahead and log into the Microsoft Teams platform using your Women Techsters email and the password, right? That's the same login details you need. The new password, not the password that was given to you. So to log into your Teams account, ensure you've changed your password first. You have signed into Outlook and you've changed your password. Then go to your Teams account and log it in. We'll be sending you invite to join the Teams channel for your learning track. That's where communication will take place, and all the information will be passed on here. And as Blessing said, Microsoft Teams is the only channel of communication we'll be having with you, alongside the Women Techsters email. If there are issues you're having, you can send to support@womentechsters.org, or you send to WT Fellowship, right? So that's how I'll be communicating with you during the course of the program. This is from creating any account, because if you do that, you'll be penalized. I see that a lot of messages coming in because your questions are repeated, and they are just coming in per second. It's very difficult for someone to like pause and read a question, right? So if you have dropped in your question and it has been answered, a similar question to yours has been answered, just leave the chat in so that we can be able to address some of the question. Listen, just permit me to talk through the default amounts you pay if you default.
Please go ahead, Joy.
I remember during the last info session, thank you, it was mentioned to you that defaulters will be liable to pay a sum of money, right? And it was mentioned, I remember the amount was mentioned on the call, right? And people trying to be oblivious to say, oh, my referee is just noticing this and my referee is refusing to sign the MOU. It makes it look as if we did not communicate. We have recordings of that meeting, right? It doesn't make sense. So I think we're all mature here. If an instruction has been passed on to you, ensure you communicate with your referee. And before you use someone as a referee, ensure the person is aligning with you, have the same mindset as you, and it supports your career, supports your goal of learning, acquiring technical skills through the fellowship program. So it's very important that you do all that before you use someone as a referee. Because what if we had gone ahead, to send emails to your friend? The person says, oh, I don't know this person, or I don't know you. So it really makes it very, very worrisome for us to feel like, oh, are you trying to cut corners, or are you trying to, or is it that you are being skeptical about using the referee anymore because of your own personal reasons? So we just want to be very sure. Someone says, if a fellow is terminated against her will the fellow still need to pay? The only clause, the only reason why a fellow should be terminated is if you don't stick to the program, right? We cannot just, there's no way we would be giving you a scholarship program just to take it back from you. It's never done. We have people that have gone through our trainings, like Blessing said, this is not the first time we're doing trainings. We train people through our bootcamp program. We have other programs, even that's outside the Women Techsters initiative, where we train people on digital skills. Their basic programs, their intermediate programs, their advanced program. So we don't want, our vision is to ensure that the African youth is equipped with the skills they need to assess the job for the future, right? So we don't want to give you something with one hand and collect with another hand. That's not what we're doing here. We want to ensure that you get the skills. We want to support more women in tech. And this is free of charge. This clause was just put in there to ensure that you are not planning to default. We want to ensure that you're committed to the program. So except you're having an ulterior motive and you're not willing to stick to the program, maybe you just felt like you just take the program and you'll be doing your own thing at the corner, right? You don't want to commit to the program. So you're looking for a way to dodge. That's what I feel. But if you're willing to do the job, nobody's going to take you out from the program. Nobody will do that. Okay, so please, it's very important that you that you stick to the agreement, read through the agreement again, and sign it accordingly. Like I said, the MOUs will be available until Friday. The biodata form will be available until Friday by 10 a.m. West African time. By Friday, I mean the 29th of July. So ensure that you would take out all entries and reopen it. So even if you had filled before, right now it's going to still accept your response because we're going to clear all responses and allow you to fill the form again. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Someone says, I submitted the biodata form and I had not filled the MO using all the guidelines you have given us. And now I cannot fill the form again. Jacqueline, I think I just explained that I will delete all responses and reopen the form immediately after this course so that you can go ahead and fill the biodata form again. Do the writing about your MOU and fill the biodata form again. What if we have sent the MOU to the WTF email? Tamara, we never said you should send the MOU to the WTF email. That was the wrong thing to do. And like Blessing said, we noticed that some MOUs, the number of MOUs and pictures submitted were not the same. Some people were not sending, we're sending either or. They're not sending both of them. So it's very important that you send it to the right channels. And I just wanted to address this on the Women Techsters email. There's a lot of emails that are coming in. So if you don't get a response immediately, it's because we are really all hands on deck to ensure that we're responding to everybody. And it's taking a lot while to get to you. And that's why having this info session to ensure that we communicate clearly and freely with everybody. Okay. Okay, let me see. If a fellow is terminated against their will they still be liable to pay? I think I've addressed this before. Nobody's terminating you against your will, except you are not sticking to the terms of agreement. Listen, I don't know if you permit me to go through the terms of the agreement. I don't know if we have enough
Please
time.
go ahead.
I'll just brush them. I'll just brush through them. So I think it's just important that we do this, because I feel the problem is that majority of people asking the same repeated questions have not really taken their time to read or do not really understand. So I'm just going to go through two from clause 3. I'll share my screen now. So give me a minute to share my screen, and I'll go through the terms of agreement just to explain better. Okay, can you see my screen? Hello? Blessing, can you see my screen now?
Yes, I
Okay,
can.
let me just see the chat.
I can.
Can anyone see my screen?
Joy, I can see your screen.
Okay. Okay. I'll just go through the MOU now. Clause 3.1, Tech for Dev shall 3.11 provide adequate training to the Women Techsters during the period of the Women Techsters Fellowship, the WTFC Women Techsters Fellowship. Remember, you know that the training duration is 12 months. Training, I mean technical training in class, and 6 months of internship where you get trained on site, right? So the duration of training is a year. Provide all necessary support that is needed to aid learning by the Women Techsters Fellows. Where available, provide internship opportunity to the Women Techsters Fellow. This is not a silent obligation, which means that the internship part of the contract is not, is compulsory, but you have a part to play. Remember, we said this over and over again, even during the interviews and during the last info session, that it's if you meet the requirements, the internship have some certain benchmarks to meet. You have to pass their assessments, their quizzes, their hackathons, their tests that you take during the program to qualify for internship. And even beyond our internal benchmark, organizations that will take you in for internship also have, some of them do interviews, some also give aptitude tests. So if you do not pass, and we try to place you an internship and you still do not get an internship, we also encourage our fellows to look for opportunities themselves, right? If you're able to find an opportunity, that's fine. But we'll be there to guide you all through the period. We'll help you work on your CV, we'll share opportunities as they come with you for you to also apply, and walk you through the application process. So we'll hold you by your hand and ensure that you get the training that you desire. 3.2, this is your own obligation. The Women Techsters Fellow shall ensure that as a successful Women Techsters Fellow, cooperate with Tech for Dev during the period of the Women Techsters Fellowship. By cooperation, this means that submit your assignments, take your classes seriously, attend classes, participate in the quizzes, work on your projects that have been assigned to you. That's cooperation. That's the cooperation we need. Ensure that it successfully completes the training under the Women Techsters Fellowship. You have to complete your training. You're not stopping halfway. Ensure that it provides all relevant information that is provided to Tech for Dev before and during the Women Techsters Fellowship. Like the information about your referee, the information that you need to fill, your biodata information and all that, they are going to be used to help make your training experience a worthwhile experience. 3.24, which is where everybody is, G-train. Failure to complete the training under the Women Techsters Fellowship, Women Techsters Fellow shall pay a non-refundable fee of $2,500 to Tech for Dev. This is failure to complete the training. And in the affirmation form, we believe that you have agreed to complete the training, right? That's why you signed the affirmation form. And we made it clear to you that if you're not going to proceed, you shouldn't sign the affirmation form. And for those of you who have received the subsequent email, who received the MOU and the biodata form, means that you fill the affirmation form. For everyone that did not fill the affirmation form, we dropped them off. We did not go back. We did not send them these next steps to complete, right? So for you to take that first step and get to this point and start saying that, oh, my referee is not comfortable with this, we had given you ample time to discuss with your referee and ensure that your referee, will support you on this journey. But like Blessing said, we'll be speaking to the management to see if there's anything that can be done. But the deadline we have is Friday. We're not extending it beyond that. So whatever you can do, try and do it now. I remember that there's a way children or will I say younger siblings know how to get things from the older ones and from their parents, right? It's true emotional blackmail. When you're really, I'm not saying that you should blackmail anybody, but when you really want something, even your parents will sense it that this is really what you want to do, right? And they'll give you the support you need. You know, you have to show that you really want to do this and you're not going to default. Just to show that you are committed to the program. Tech for Them does not collect money from people. We have never done that. But if you're going to be taking this training for granted, that's when you're going to be paying the $2,500. So please, let's be clear on these terms of agreement. 3.3, the referee shall ensure that the Women Testers Fellow completes or is not inhibited from completing the training under the Women Testers Fellowship. So we want your referee to just ensure that you go through the program. That's why the referee is signing for you, to ensure that you perform, like you are not inhibited from completing the training under the Women Testers Fellowship. Nobody stops you halfway and tells you, oh, go and marry maybe your referee, or your referee is your husband or so, and tells you, oh, you're married, you're not going to continue the program or other. No, we want to ensure that the person is not inhibiting you from pursuing this career in tech. The referee become liable where the Women Testers Fellow defaults his obligation under this agreement. Like Blessing said, there are times where, you know, we vouch for people and then they are not, they don't stick to the terms of agreement that they entered into, right? But I trust that you are not those kind of people. You are going to stick with this agreement and are going to follow through with the training. At this point is a point of no turning back. I don't expect anybody to turn back. So those are the terms of agreement, which is the most important thing I've gone through in this contract. These are the terms of agreement. I think that's the most important people needed. The data protection law, you could just read it. Yeah. Okay, let me see, read this termination. Without affecting any other right or remedy available to read, for them may terminate this agreement with immediate effect by giving written notice to the Women Testers Fellow. If the Women Testers Fellow commits a breach of this agreement, that's the only reason why your contract will be terminated. That's if there's a breach of this agreement, that's when we would, you know, take you out of the program. But if you do not, we cannot take you out of the program that we want you to benefit from. Without affecting any other right or remedy available to read, either party may terminate this agreement to immediate effect by giving written notice to the other party if the other party commits a material breach of any term of this agreement, which breach is irredeemable, or if such breach is redeemable, fails to remedy that breach within a period of 7 business days after being notified to do so. So for instance, maybe you did not default completely and you did something that is redeemable, like we could say, okay, we'll give you 7 days to notify us. So for instance, you're not attending classes or you did not submit an assignment, it's important that you communicate via mail. You don't think that would assume and know, or this is the reason why you're not attending your classes, this is the reason why you're not taking your assignments and attendance seriously. Once the facilitator gives us a report about you and you're not performing up to date, at 7 days, you have 7 days to redeem yourself. After 7 days, then we can then decide to go ahead and terminate our agreement with you. The other party suspends or threatens to suspend or ceases or threatens to cease to carry on all or a substantial part of its business. That's another reason why we terminate you. When you are, you suspend the program, or that means you just drop off from the program, or you just leave the program aside to do other things, right? Or you begin to threaten to, to not carry on. You're not going to do it. They say, oh, do this assignment or work on this project together with your group. You tell your group members to go ahead and do it, that you don't have the time. You're doing other things that are important to you. That's when we can, terminate you, because we see that you're on a serious person and we don't want to waste our resources. Any provision of this agreement that expressly or by implication is intended to come into or continue in force on or after termination or expiry of this agreement shall remain in full force and effect. Any provision of the agreement that expressly or by implication is intended to come into or continue in force on or after termination or expiring of this agreement shall remain in full force and effect. So if like for instance, we have maybe the agreement says that we're going to be doing ABCD for you, providing this training for you. So because you defaulted agreement doesn't mean that that training is going to stop. Others will continue learning on the program. It's going to continue after the termination. So it's just based on you. It just shows that it is more on you than on us. We have committed to provide this training for you. We are committed, and we are very, very, willing to provide these services to you. But if you do not want to continue the program, it doesn't mean that every other person would stop learning because of you. So we rather take away the bad egg than allow it to spoil every other egg, right? Termination or expiry of this agreement shall not affect any of the rights, remedies, obligations, or liabilities of parties that have accrued up to the date termination or expiry, including the right to claim damages in respect of any breach of this agreement which existed at or before the date of termination or expiry, right? So we're not by any means stopping your rights, and you're not stopping our rights, our obligations, like I said, or liabilities. So if there's termination occurs, it doesn't mean that things will not happen, or you will not go ahead with your life the way you have been going ahead with your life. You have your freedom of expression, and that's the same way we also have our freedom of expression. So general, the other ones are just general agreement terms. When you come into agreement, the waiver, entire agreement variation, force majeure. So just go through this contract. If you need a lawyer to help you understand better, you can then hire the services of a lawyer to help you understand better. So that's just it. It's just a 9-pager contract, and you should have witnesses. Both you and your referee should have witnesses when you want to sign. Okay, let me see if there are questions, then I'll hand over to Les. I think, oh, I'm seeing a question here. How many days is the classes in a week? Really? At this point, you don't know how many days the classes will take place in a week. I'll hand over to Blessing to continue from here.
Joy, thank you so much. Women Techsters fellow, my young people. Ha! Some of the questions that you're asking us. Well, I mean, I'm currently wondering, oh wow, how did we get this far? Like, oh, okay. So just to recap some of the things that have been said, Joy, thank you so much for going through the pain of explaining the contract. I mean, I feel like you are a mini lawyer right now. At least you can successfully do affidavit. Thank you so much. So just to recap, you need a referee, you need what's the word? A witness. Everybody needs a witness. You need a witness, your referee needs a witness as well. When they are signing the form. I would suggest just use Adobe Filler, to be honest. I don't see any why I don't see why you have to start going to look for where to print out your form. Why? When you can use Adobe Filler. You can download Adobe Filler on your laptop or download Adobe Filler on your phone. Just open Adobe Filler, and the places where it requires you to fill, just go and click on fill, and then you fill. In the places where it requires you to sign, just click on sign, and then you sign. I mean, that's my own sense. Like, Adobe Filler makes the work very easy. Just go to Play Store and download your Adobe Filler and then fill. When you are done filling, you can send it to your referee and tell your referee to do likewise. Your referee has to also fill. Your referee also has to fill the parts and then send it back to you. Please, for people that are going to print out, for people that feel like that's the only option they want, please don't print out only the pages you signed. A contract is not complete until everything is intact. So, for example, if there are 10 pages and there are only 3 or 4 pages that you want to sign, don't print out only the 4 pages. You are supposed to fill everything and send back all the complete pages to us. So, if what you sent to us initially was just the pages that you ought to sign, it's counted as null and void. It's automatically counted as null and void. You're supposed to fill every part, and then you're supposed to sign, like send back to us all the pages all the pages, not just the part you signed, but all the pages. Just have to send back the contract to you. Just send it back to us. But this time around, sign with your signature and also sign with your what's the word, your referees as well. Like I said, we're going to go back to our leadership and then we'll talk about changing referees for people who have mentioned that their referees want to change. You can't force anybody to sign for you, and that's the honest truth. When it comes to standing in as referee, you need somebody who can be able to vouch for you, because I mean, it's also important that your referee can vouch that you start the program and that you also complete the program. So if you can convince them to do that, I don't think that that will be a problem. Once again, for people who joined in late, who had mentioned, please don't go back to start looking for the Outlook account that was sent to you. I already mentioned that we're going to create a form. I believe that Joy probably would have even created the form, and then we'll share it with you. Just if you are experiencing issues, just fill it out. The support team would help you to fix that issue. Training starts in August. Orientation, Joy already mentioned that orientation starts on Monday, Thursday to Thursday, I guess. Yeah. Just orientation start next week, Monday. For people who are in NYSC camp, somebody just said that she's currently in NYSC camp and there's nothing she can do about it. I don't think that orientation, what you need for orientation is your mobile phone, and it's just few hours. You can join with your phone. Orientation is not the same thing as a class. So please, you can join the orientation with your mobile phone, like for the duration where it requires you to just join with your mobile phone. That's all. Like you can also send an email so that we can keep that, but it's very important that at least you're able to participate. I know that the time when the orientation will start, you'll probably be in Said, but you can also pick your battery of the Said. You can convert the orientation to your Said as well. I think that this information is relevant to people who are in Nigeria. They are the ones that maybe understand the way the NYSC platform works. Please give me a moment. I'm trying to check if there are answered questions rather, so that I can answer it. Once again, please go and meet your referee. If you want to, if you need to get a referee, make sure that you have spoken to the person. Make sure that you have spoken to the person. Don't just assume that the person is going to stand for you. I mean, I feel like that's one of the concern. Just to add up to what Joy had mentioned about during the contract, the internship is is not automatic. Like the fact that you even pass does not even guarantee that you get an internship, because it's also based off availability. I needed to reiterate that, and I think that we've been mentioning that from the very beginning. That you pass does not even guarantee that you'll be placed, because it's also based off availability. But if you get an internship placement, it's obviously going to be, the internship placement comes with stipend, that is stipend, so it's not like it's a free internship, it comes with stipend as well. I'm trying to say you'll get the recordings of this video when the email that contains the link is going out. That's the link for people who are currently faced with issues is going out. What might happen is, because there are a lot of people, who are currently saying that they experience challenges with the person that they are picking as a referee. So what might most likely happen, or for people who already said, oh, I've submitted the form and the person is saying that I want to be able to amend. So like Joy said, we probably want to clear the response. And that means that everybody, including those who had successfully filled, will have to go about filling the form again. I know that that's very stressful, but that's like the only way to go about it as well. So yeah, everybody will have to go about filling the form again. We will open the form today, and the new deadline will be on this Friday, and it cannot be extended. Yes, please, Joy.
The form is already open.
Okay, thank you so much, Joy. Capable Joy. So Joy has cleared cleared all responses. So everybody has to fill the form again, including those who have filled the form before. Everybody has to fill the form again. So please don't assume that you have filled the form and you don't fill it again. Please, everybody has to fill the form all over again. Everybody has to fill the form again. We are not going to be recapping on the MOU again. If you have any issues, please get a lawyer. I think that we'll spend time enough to be able to speak about that. We're not recapping on the MOU again. If you have concerns, please contact a lawyer and do that on time. I know that I received some emails from people saying that their lawyer wants us to amend the contract. Contract cannot be amended. The contract has already been designed, carefully thought through by our lawyers. We have mentioned what the program is. If you still doubt the credibility of the program, you don't have to sign the contract. You don't have to come on the program. I would say it again. The contract cannot be amended. If you doubt the credibility of the program, you do not have to sign the contract, and you also do not have to participate in the program. The choice is yours. You don't have to sign the contract, and you don't have to come on the program if you have doubts about the credibility of the program. I think I've said that 3 times already. The contract stays as the contract. If you feel like there's a need for an amendment, the amendment cannot be taken. If you feel like because the amendment cannot be done, you don't want to be a part of the program, then you do not have to sign the contract, and that means that you also do not have to be a part of the program. Thank you. So on the rules for the live classes, must your videos be on? Well, at some point in the course of the class, your lecturer might ask you to turn on your videos. If you want to, if in the place where it feels like you want to save your bandwidth, it might ask you to turn off your video. But because it's a class and we expect active participation on the class in all of the classes, then it's very important that you at least make plans that for every day you join the class, that you are in a place where you can ask questions, you can turn on your videos, you can do teamwork if the need be. Like we mentioned, the classes starts immediately after the orientation. Let me give you a tip of the iceberg. So for the orientation, we have a lot of people lined up for you, from employers to people who are experts in their different fields, because we want you to be able to learn firsthand from them on how they started their career as well in technology. What else? I'm trying to see. Please, where they ask you for, I'm not sure that we put address. What we put was email address. So please don't make a mistake of putting address, your house address. What is stated is email address. What is stated is email address. Do not put your house address on the form. What was stated is your email address. What else? What else? You said, somebody said I logged into Women Techsters unique email and I saw a mail from DG Youth Basic Digital Program. So maybe you had applied for DG Youth Basic Digital Literacy Program, because I completely do not understand. I know that there's a DG Youth program going on in the organization, but if you log into your unique mail, you're not supposed to get a mail from DG Youth. Joy, please, I don't know if you are listening, and just maybe you can just note it and just verify from the DG Youth team.
Okay.
Thank you,
I think she also forward the mail she received to us. Forward the mail you received to us.
So please forward the email that you received so that we can action on that. On your MOU, there's a place there's a provision for your email, for your house address. Please fill your house address there. Do not fill your house address. I mean, let's try to act accordingly. Whatever is requested of you is what you should do. Sorry, I'm looking down. I'm trying to look at my phone to check some of your questions. Somebody says, what if we have finished 6 months class time and we cannot get internship by ourselves? Are we going to pay or something else? No, you don't have to pay. Internship is how will I say it? The program is 1 year, 6 months of training, 6 months of internship. We will be charging you if you do not complete the 6 months of training. I think I should have said that. We'll be charging you if, okay, so this is it. We'll be charging you if you do not complete the 6 months of training if you were not placed. We'll be charging you if you completed the 6 months of training and you were placed on internship, or you decided that, oh, I just want to work out on these people, you will be charged. Do you understand? What is very important is this. You were placed on internship, you completed the program, then you proceeded to internship. When it's time for the internship team will contact you, everybody, and ask you, would you like to be placed on internship? If you feel yes, that you would like to be placed on internship, and then they go ahead to process, or maybe based off availability, and they place you on internship, and all of a sudden you want to quit, then they have a right to do whatever they want to do to you. Remember during your interview when they asked you a question that, oh, if you are placed on internship and you get another offer, blah, blah, blah. I believe that some of you can remember that question. So that is the thing. If you reach at that point in time, they can do whatever it is they want to do. Your camera is not working, get the webcam. See, there's a solution for everything. If your camera is not working, you can get an external camera that will be able to serve the purpose. Please, I keep saying this, and some people have also sent an email to say, oh, what was the word? Some people have sent an email to say, oh, I don't have data. And in my head, I'm like, if you were going to pay for the program on Udemy, or maybe you were taking a course on Google, you would pay for your training. Would the people giving you, people, even though you pay for the training, would they give you data for it? No. But here you are on a program that is tuition free. I think that the least you can do is to get data. One of the things that we intend to do is we'll probably be sharing maybe suggestions, like it will be suggestions on the number of data that's required for you, like on a weekly basis. That's suggestions on the number of, that's the total number of data that you probably consume in the course of the week or in the course of every module, so that you can understand how to prepare for it. You don't need so much for data, and that's the honest truth. We will just probably try to help. Like I said, these suggestions, we are not providing you with data. They are only giving you suggestion on that's the quantity of data that you will exhaust or you will need to use during the program period. What else? What else? What else? What else? Somebody says, what if you relocate to another country before the end of the training or internship? What happens to the fellow? The fellowship is already a virtual fellowship. I mean, nobody's asking you. As long as you are a citizen of any of the 15 countries, and then I would say that this year there were some people who were not in 15 countries, but we had considered. I'm not sure that there's a problem. No, it's a virtual training. The only thing is that if there are physical meetups that will be happening, maybe like our community team have plans for meet and greet in some of the countries. For example, if there is a meet and greet in your country and you are not in that country again, I mean, except you want to come by yourself to the country, you won't be responsible for any of it. If you choose to relocate, you are already a citizen of that country, and that's probably why you were selected on the program. So I'm not sure that that's a problem. Another thing is the internship placement team probably not be able to place you if they are able to find an organization, for example, for you. But maybe because of your country, and especially the country, if the organization is in your resident, that's the original country you were in, they probably will not be able to do any other thing for you. You know, but other than that, nothing stops you on the program. What else? What else? Yes, I also thought I should mention this. For every time all of you send email, like you send email to Women Techsters Fellowship, I think I should say this. Your email is responded to by a human being and not by a robot. Like, let me say it again. Your emails are responded to by humans and not by a robot, because we want to treat everybody's emails as unique. So the moment everybody, so imagine like everybody says, oh, I sent an email to them, they did not respond. Ladies, imagine 1,000 of you sent an email. You should know that your email will be responded to on a time by time basis. I hope you get that, because when we come on every day, when we check and then we see 1,000 emails, we try to respond. But I mean, there are other activities and tasks that we also get to do. So that's why sometimes we make a decision to say, okay, how about we just send a generalized email to everybody, you know, and or probably we just host info sessions like this just so that we can clear the air on your request. I believe that this info session has been very helpful, and I would like us to wrap up in maybe in 5-10 minutes. So if you have questions that I have not answered, for people that said that for them have not given me any email address, please send your email address. You can leave it in the chat box. You can send an email to Tech for Dev, like send an email to Women Techsters so that we can know. I already mentioned that the last affirmation form that we ask everybody to fill, in the place where people, it's just unfortunate that I would not want to mention names of people. If not, I would have gladly done that. In the place where we ask people to fill their email address, some people fill their house address. I can't be looking for your email address for you. No, I can't. So please, some people used another email address to feel like you have 3 email addresses and you're not consistent. It will no longer be tolerated on the program. Once you don't do the needful, we'll look for your original email address and we'll send you a properly worded email telling you thank you for all of your efforts so far, but we'd like to take you off the program. Please don't do this. Please, for people sending in pictures as well, I thought I should mention, please use pictures that can be used professionally. Some people are sending us pictures and I'm wondering, it's not a party picture, it's a professional picture. That's why it's requested for your headshot. It's a professional picture, professional, keywords professional. Please don't send us pictures of you in a party, pictures of you, please. Imagine if you were applying to like somebody, maybe the president's asking you for your picture for like an ID card or your headshot. Do you understand? Just think about it that way. It's a professional picture, please, so that when we have like our face map, you will not be looking at yourself and people will be wondering who is this one. So please give us good pictures. Info session. I'm not sure that we have ever talked about having info sessions for the different learning track. We never talked about that. Never. I'm not sure we ever talked about that. The info session we have is a general info session. During the orientations, we have different activity. We'll share the orientation schedule with you once we are finalized. Like we are finalized from our end, but because a lot of things are popping up, like today now we had to cancel all of the files that we've received so far, like because of this meeting, so that we can allow everybody to go back and do that again. So please, let's ensure that we know we're not having specialized learning track. If you chose a learning track, it's probably because you've done a little bit of research around it. But during the info session, or rather during the orientation, we probably would bring some people that will speak to different learning tracks. But it's not what if we don't do that, we will not be faulted as well, because we believe that you are able to make certain decisions. That's why we keep emphasizing that the Women Techsters Bootcamp is always like the first point of call to start, because of the fact that if you don't start well, fellowship is not like a baby training. I hope you get that. For people that are having issues with your email, deadline is already on Friday. We will reach out to the support team once the form goes out today. We'll reach out to the support team. Support team will rectify your issues by tomorrow. I'm not sure it will take you forever to fill your form. What we would advise is the MOU that you already have, make sure that you have filled your MOU. If you get your referee, that's the referee you want to use, get your referee to sign the MOU, sign it properly as well, and get it handy. Get your headshot, make it handy. Once the issue is rectified for you tomorrow, do the needful, download your output, fill the form, and that's it. I'm not sure that it will take a long time for you to be able to fill. What else? I think that the learning track that you should be putting is the learning track that you took your assessment in. Obviously, we know that when we started the fellowship, they call for the application, we asked people to pick by preference. But when we are taking assessment, we asked people to pick a learning track to take the assessment. We told you to select one learning track. So if you pick software development, for example, make sure that it's software development that you're feeling. If you now want to change from software development to blockchain, send an email, but make sure that it's software development that you have on your phone. Joy, I can see your hand. Over to you.
Thank you, Blessing. So I just want to mention something. The first link that was sent to you, there was a link to download the MOU. And the second email told you to now download the attached MOU. We said to attach it. Please desist from requesting access on that link. It's just spamming our emails. Stop requesting access for that link, because we've taken down that MOU. It's no longer available online, so that you can just easily download it, because that was the first complaint we had. Maybe we're having issues with the MOU. So now go to the email that has the MOU attached. Don't worry. Alongside the recording of this meeting, we will send a recap of the meeting and the MOU attached to it, so that you can just go and easily download your MOU from there, so that you don't just keep going back to request access. Stop requesting access. You're spamming a mail. I want you to just say that again. If you request access after this meeting, I notice that you keep spamming a mail, we wouldn't take that lightly with you. So please, like Blessing said, there are human beings behind this, and human beings have emotion. this is our job that we're doing. Allow us to do our job and serve you well to the best of our ability. If you keep on, making us repeat ourselves and go over processes like this, it will delay a lot of things, because we need capacity to do other things and ensure that you have a smooth running in the program. There are other things. This is just basic. When we start the training proper, then I think you would understand better, because you now start acquire more digital skills, and you become more, digitally competent. So please, it's very important that you stick to rules, so that you help us serve you better. Do not access the link. Do not click on that link. Stop accessing using your Gmail account. Stop trying to fill the data with your Gmail account. Don't try logging in your Women Techsters email on your Gmail account or any other platform. Is the Microsoft Outlook app. That is step 1. Download the Outlook app. Step 2, change your password. In that sense, step 1B, change your password. Then you can then go on to your MOU. Download your MOU. Like Blessing said, if you don't have your email sorted out for now, just go ahead to step 2. Download your MOU and get your referee to sign for you. Get your witness ready. Let them know. Explain to whoever you're saying as your referee very well before you go ahead. Assure them that you're going to stay through the training. You're going over this, and you're sure this is what you want, and you're really going to go for it. When you convince them, they sign for you, and you own yourself the responsibility to ensure that you stick to the terms of the agreement. That's just all we're asking for, right? So I think that will be all from my end. I just wanted to reinforce that. Someone is saying that we should be making demo videos. My dear, I think meetings like this is better where we get to air ourselves, because even demo videos they don't watch. If people can't read emails that we send emails, do you think demo videos they would want to sit and watch? So that's just a serious issue we're having right now. People do not want to read. People don't want to follow instructions. They want to be spoon-fed, because I can tell you, we've received over 400 feedback on the biodata, and because of this, we're making people to go and refill the biodata and redo their MOU. Some people had already gotten it right in the first place. It's not everybody. I don't want to give credit to those who actually did the writing the first time. People actually figured it out. They were able to follow the instructions, and they're just waiting for the next step. But because of this whole back and forth, we are going to be delaying other people. So please, this is a team. We're a team. It's better that we all work at the same time and do this on time. You have Friday. By tomorrow, ensure that the email will send you will have the link to a technical support form where you now state the challenges you're having, so that the technical team will go ahead and address it. If you're having issues with your email login and all that, they will know how to handle that and will notify you once those issues have been resolved, latest by tomorrow, so that you would have your biodata form submitted. Okay. And on Friday, you'll be getting an email invite to attend the orientation. So get ready. It's going to be a very fun-filled event. Look forward for that email. So that's all from me. I wish you the very best of luck. Blessing, over to you now.
Okay, so we're wrapping up. Orientation is compulsory for everybody to attend. Please, it's not what's the word? It's not an optional something. It's a very compulsory thing for everybody to attend. So please, I already mentioned orientation starts on Monday. You get feedback. All of this delay right now is because of challenges that some of you have mentioned that you have experienced. And I think that it's also important that we credit those who were able to successfully navigate their way around. So well done. Unfortunately, everybody has to, what's the word, to fill the form again. You expect an email from us so that you understand what you need to do. What else? Just checking for the last time to see if there are further questions that need to be answered. Somebody asks, if you have exams in school, how do you do it? Of course, we know that your exam is very important. What is very important is that you mention it to us and also speak about how you intend to balance it, because these were things that we put into consideration. So just think about it this way. Imagine the reason why we did not pick you. Like, imagine we sent you a rejection email, and then we now told you that the reason why we are rejecting you is because you are a student and we believe that you will not be able to concentrate on the program. How would you feel as an individual? And I want you to think about the answer. Think about it very, very, very well, because some of you will ask those questions and gave an answer. So if you're saying otherwise, that means you lied on the program, and that's not fair. So think about it. You were asked, you mentioned that you were a student, you were informed about the time commitment, and you said you were going to commit to it. So keep your end of the bargain. If you have exams, mention it, send an email to Women Techsters Fellowship if you have concerns. If your concerns are related to the platform, the email, send an email to support@tech4dev. So remember, there are two emails. If your email is around, you want to make inquiries on, you have questions to ask, you're trying to talk about your referee and the like, send it to Women Techsters Fellowship. That's WTFellowship@tech4dev.com. If your concern is around technology, that you're not able to log in, you're not able to password and the like, send it to support@tech4dev.com. I mean support@Women Techsters. Whatever it is that was sent to you, support@Women Techsters, via that email. Please use that to send out your email. What's the word? So if you did not get internship, you are not going to pay. Like if you don't get it, I feel like you people are making me say what I've said already. If you did not get internship, nobody is going to force you to pay. I already mentioned that it's in two phases. If you start the program right now, 6-month training, you don't complete the training. You let the program because you feel like you want to leave and that you are tired. You will pay, except maybe you have some genuine reasons, like okay, you have maybe you were sick, maybe you lost a loved one and you're not able to really concentrate. I mean, you are like, think about genuine reasons, and you have to send an email, because you cannot just quit like that. The moment you find out that you quit, will come for you and will also come for your referee. It's very important. So, but one of the things I think you should have is have the mindset to succeed. I don't see why you should be thinking about failing. If you got a scholarship to Harvard, will you be asking Harvard people if you don't complete, what will you do? Please treat it as such as well. You know, many of us think that because it's a Nigerian, like maybe the organization organizing the fellowship is a Nigerian-based organization, you feel like you want to bring in like the African mentality. Please quit that. We are people of excellence, and we uphold our standard as well. Please, you are, by affirming, you already said you want to start the program. If you can't abide by the clause, like all the rules governing the program you have applied for, I don't see any as to why you have to proceed with it. And I'm just being honest, you know, I'm just really, really being honest. We want you to be able to start the program, we want you to be able to complete it. We want Africa to grow, we want to improve economic livelihood of people. That's our mandate as an organization. And we are not out to make you fail, we are out to make you succeed. So please help us to make you succeed as well. If you have issues with your contract, you can go back and go and meet your lawyer. I feel like I've said plenty things that that ought to be said. Your referee doesn't have to be in the same country as you are. Your referee doesn't have to be in the same place as you are. What is important is that your referee has to sign. Send back a signed copy. Send back the field, like completely signed copy, like all documents. Send it back to us. Don't send it part of the document, or send it back to us. Can one change orientation? Can one change learning track after orientation? No. In fact, I feel like the learning track form has closed. So we'll open it again. If you want to change now. Say fill the change of course form. And by changing doesn't guarantee that it will be approved. So it means that if they don't, if the team reviewing it doesn't consider your reason strong enough or valid enough, you will be out of the program, because you applied on the program and you were selected based off your particular learning track as well. So no hard feelings. If you want to change your learning track, fill the learning track form, state why, give a strong reason. Don't just write because you saw it on the internet that you want to change it. That's not a strong reason. Give a good reason as to why they should consider your application. It's an application. Maybe like for people that are asking that why are we charging $2,500 and you feel like, oh, it's expensive. Oh yeah, I want to ask you a question. If you're going to apply, like if you're going to take a course outside of this, how much will it cost you to? And with the level of engagement, I feel like if you join the orientation on Monday, you would understand. Like if you come through the orientation, you really understand what it is that you have to gain from it, from the program to the seasoned facilitators to the content to the community that you get out of it. Like you have a community from the start of the program to when the program ends. You know, you have soft skills, because it's beyond training that you want to get. It's also important that you are trained to have like emotional intelligence, how to handle situation. We have trainings on, we have somebody that was like an individual that was speaking about sexual, like gender-based violence, sexual violence, like sexual abuse, sexual harassment rather, because it's very important as well that you know these things and you know your rights. We have people that were talking about work-life balance as a student, how do you balance being a student and being on the program, how do you balance being a mother and being on the program. Like, there's a lot. I mean, it's not a community that, like I said, we don't want you to fail. We are not out to make you fail. There's a lot of money that's gone into this project and we cannot afford to have you fail. That's the truth. So once again, think about it again. If you don't want to continue on the program, let me tell you what you do. If you feel like you are tired and you don't want to continue on the program, let me tell you what you do. Don't fill the biodata form. Don't worry, don't fill it. Like, don't fill it. If you don't want to, don't bother, don't fill it. We will not come back to you again. And I'm serious, you don't have to fill it. Oh, will certificate be issued? You get a certificate after the training. You work for it now. So let me say this. Some people might not get a certificate after the 6-month training, and it is because aside from you going through the 6 months, you can be on the program for 6 months and you did not meet the requirement for getting a certificate, because the certificate is the standard certificate. If you take the final assessment and you did not pass, you will not get certificate too. I need to be very honest with you so that you don't feel like you come on the program, you feel you can hide behind everybody. If you do not pass your assessment, you do not pass the final assessment, you do not pass everything that has to be done, you can be on the program, you not graduate. Last year, we had people who completed the program but did not graduate. Yes, the total number of people that you saw as graduates for the class of 2022, they were not, I mean, there were much more people who completed the program, but just a few people graduated. Like I said, I'm here to make you pass. I mean, it's our joy that everybody graduates, but it's also our prayers that everybody graduates and graduate well. So you have a role to play in ensuring that you graduate well. What email address are you to fill in the biodata form? Fill in your previous biodata form. Fill in your previous email. So Joy, I believe you can hear me. Please. Yeah. I think we should make an adjustment to the biodata form. Let it have their original email address and let it also have the email address that the support team created for them. That way we are able to have that.
It does. It actually does have.
It has two of them,
the
right?
email address they receive, with which they receive the biodata form, it has the Women Techsters email.
Okay, so it has both of them, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so fill your email, fill it based off the question that you send. These people should stop sending me multiple emails. See, I'm already tired, and I'm very honest because you people are my sisters. I consider you right now as my sisters. This girl called Blessing is already tired, very, very tired already. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining this question, for joining this session, so that you will not be sending us plenty emails while we are going to do this. Please, let me say this in person. I'm saying it on behalf of the team. I'm saying it on behalf of the team. The day that our executive, okay, let me say this. As a people of excellence that we have, one of the things that we also try to preach or incorporate is understanding hierarchy. I feel like it is not nice when you go out on the program and you start sending comments. Like sometimes our ED was nominated recently as a Forbes non-profit, and some people could not even congratulate her. All you people were doing was sending her personal DMs and putting on under her post that, oh, you're having issues with your login. Please let it end today. I'm going to take it very, very personal. If our ED or anybody should post and I see your comments, I will look for you. And I will send you a nicely worded email and tell you that you have tried, you have done well, maybe you should be going. I believe that we are people of excellence. Let's stop doing this. The least you can do first is to congratulate her and then make your comment. But right now, I don't even want you to make any comment again. We don't want you to make any comment. Don't make comments. Just use the emails that have been provided to you. It's not fair. Like some people have the effrontery to go into our ED's DM and send them messages. Please, let it end today. Please. I think we are saying it nicely now so that everybody understands. It's a criminal offense right now in the Women Techsters, on the Women Techsters program, for you to go and comment on our leaders' post, like maybe WhatsApp, or rather maybe on their Facebook, on LinkedIn, on IG, and you are busy writing, I did not see this, I did not see that. It has become a criminal offense right now. Oh, please don't say you were not told. You were told, though. You were told. You were told, and it is recorded that you were told, so that the day of recording will come and will bring back your video and say, see it, you were told. At this junction, I'm tired and I want to go. Thank you, everybody, for your time. Friday is the new deadline. Please don't send me a message if you do not see it. Don't send me a message that, oh, I forgot, my grandmother died, I did not see, because people are funny. Some people send funny message that my best friend is getting married, so I cannot fill the form. See, let the person that is getting married be getting married and face your own life. Yes, I think I've tried already. Joy, I don't know if you have any other thing to say. At this point, I need to take water. Thank you, everybody.
Well done, Blessing.
Thank you so much, everybody. So yeah, if you have issues with it again, Joy, I think, Joy, please just answer the last question. Somebody is asking, what would constitute non-performance by a fellow? What would constitute non-performance by a fellow? Do you want to answer it? Final answer.
Yeah, actually, I've actually addressed that before, but let me just go over that again. When you don't attend classes, when you don't take your assignment seriously, and when, even though you attend your assignment, you're scoring below the benchmark, during the orientation, you'll be put through in details what's expected of you, what are the scoring, what's the scoring benchmark, what do you expect you to score per given task. You understand? So if, for instance, like I said, the contract states within 7 days, you don't let us know what is going on with you. It's just important that we are aware, right? You're not just, snoozing on the program, right? That's not performance. You're not performing well. You're not performing up to par. So we expect that you perform well, you take your classes seriously and all assigned tasks seriously. So during the orientation, all the more details will be provided and more clarity will be made available to you.
Thank you so much, Joy. Somebody says I'm not a preacher of love. See, I want to give violence today because I've spread love. Do you know how many battles I've fought for you people in the corner, me and Joy, myself and Joy? How many battles that we have been fighting so that we achieve success for you people? So please, let's not go and fight again. It's very important. That's why I'm taking my time to mention this. If the person, somebody saying, if your learning track isn't approved, if your learning track is not approved, it's not approved. You have to stay on the program because you had a choice to. In fact, we gave three. The first one that we asked you to fill your preferred choice. The second time when you took the first assessment, we asked you to pick the one that suits you. The third time we ask you again, just pick anyone. Please, if you did not make a decision the first 3 times, why are you doing this? If you applied for a course many of us went to institutions, you applied for a particular course and you want to change your course. You see, every time it is approved. No, if it's not approved, what do? You stay where they put you, or you stay where you picked initially, because I didn't pick it for you initially. And that's what it is. So if you not give you stay. Maybe you should make up your mind now. You have the door is still open, you can go close the door. And I'm very honest, so that you don't start the program, you don't put in a lot of effort, and at the end of the day, you wait, not make us proud. I want you to make us proud. The training, the certificate is going to come after the training. Immediately the training is over, we'll finalize and we've done everything that needs to be done. You probably will get your certificates between 4 to 8 weeks, I think, or after the graduation. I don't know how that works. So you shall get your certificate before your internship is over. Yes, you get your certificate before your internship is over. Something like that. But it will take at least between 3 months after completion of that's the 6-month training itself before you get your certificate. So that if there's anything you need to adjust, it should have been adjusted before that time. Okay, well, I feel like I've tried. We have done a lot. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have any other question, refer to the video. If you have any question, refer to the video. If you have any question, refer to the video. If you have any question, refer to the video. If you have any question, refer to the video. If your referee is not answering you, go and look for somebody that can help you, make your referee to answer you. Shall find a way around it. Do something for yourself. We are really excited to have everybody come on board. We can't wait to have you. We can't wait to have rapport with you. Please remember, orientation is compulsory. By not attending the orientation, you stand a chance of being evicted, like being removed from the program. So please, Orientation is compulsory. It is not a matter of am I going to be available for it. It is compulsory. Training is every day between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's if the training starts 10 a.m. West African time to 2 p.m. You need to find a way around it. If your time does not suit you, find a way around it. The training time cannot change. I hope you understand clearly what you are getting into. I hope you understand so that when we come and meet you and your referee, you will not say we did not tell you. With these few points of ours, thank you so much, Joy, for taking out time to be on this call. Thank you so much, everyone. To everybody that have been helping us to respond to people, thank you so much. We see you. I believe that we did justice on this call. Once again, we'll send you a form that allows us to request for if you had issues, and then so that we can send it to the support team. Support team will respond to you, and you have a smooth sail into the program. So yeah. You have access to the info session like we always do. We do that, don't worry, we do that. Somebody says 5 hours. Hey, yeah, maybe Jane, I want to say hey, yeah, for you. You don't know what you're coming into. Oh, you don't know. You want to be a world-class tech sister. You will give the time, give everything. But trust me, it will be worth your time. I believe completely that it will be worth your time. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. I'm done answering this question. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. Bye for now. Thank you for joining the call. Thank you, everybody, for joining the call. Bye.